It's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. You guys, I am so excited. Today, Yolanda from Devon Rex for Art is here with us. Look at all her beautiful stuff. Hi, Yolanda. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Biddy. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm honored that you're here and I'm excited that I get to craft with you. I already love everything I see on your desk. And you guys, today she's going to take us through eco printing on the gel plate. So I'm really, really super stoked. I'm going to be using a 5x7, and I didn't know it, but she's using a 5x7 too.
Woohoo!
Yay! And I did want to show this card real quick. So, Yolanda, I have
Mhm.
been kind of doing this series of cards where I'm painting in the scenes to collaged elements. And so this was one that I didn't do on camera or anything, but I finished it yesterday. And so I want to show it real quick. So this is my friend Beth, Happy Place Crafting, and me just floating down the river. And those are our
Aw.
daughters who are always so worried about us and our antics and our calamity. So they're watching us just go straight for it. But we got big smiles on our face and we're perfectly happy.
Aw, that's really cute.
So this is Happy Mail I'll be sending out to her. So I just wanted to share that real quick while we give everyone plenty of time to get here because I just didn't want to start everything too quick and some people miss some things. I just have, for the record, folk art and Anita's and Apple Barrel and just inexpensive acrylic paints to play with today. I
Mhm.
wouldn't say that I necessarily have a palette. I just kind of rated whatever was on the top of my acrylic paint box.
Oh, okay.
And then I have a 5x7 gel plate that I did put a crack in the last time I used it. Accidentally, I ripped it. Amateur move. And
Uh-oh.
then I also have some pastels. I didn't know if we'd be able to work soft pastels into it, but I thought I'd bring them just in case.
Oh, yes. What I did instead of the pan pastels today, I grabbed out just the makeup because I'm always using pan
Yeah,
pastels and I tell people you can use makeup. So today I actually took out the makeup to use.
awesome. And then I have, in addition to that, I bought a bunch of big index cards because there's actually like 6x9. They're bigger than a five
Oh,
by seven.
wow. That is big.
Um, but it's great because it saves me from cutting up a bunch of paper. And so I
Mm-hmm.
have some of these large index cards, and I'm hoping that they'll gel print, but I don't know because sometimes with gel printing, I don't have success with all paper. I have success with some paper. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then I find that other paper sticks. So, what I would love for you to do is kind of just guide us through and take over. Oh, and I have plants, obviously. Um,
Right.
I have a whole bowl full of plants that I harvested from my front yard today. And I know there's some ants in here and other bugs as well.
I know that's hard. I try to shake them out when I grab them. Like
Yes.
mine are mostly weeds. There's a few things from my yard, but I try to give them a little bit of a shake. But right now, because it's like almost fall here, when you shake it, a lot of things fall off. Like look at
Mm.
that sad little flower. It's so sad.
Yeah, right. So in Texas, we're still got lots of blooming things, but you're in Canada.
Yes, and I'm in pretty far north Canada. I'm near Edmonton, which one
Okay.
is it's one of the most northern major cities in the world, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Wow.
but it's still, I mean, it's really nice today. It's we're having it right this week we're having like I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but plus 30 Celsius, which is hot for
Mm.
us. That's very hot.
So it's like 70s maybe.
I
Is it
don't
double? I think it's double.
no, it's a
Mm.
weird like
No. Okay.
conversion thing. I always have to look it up, but yeah.
I'm trying to find my chat. This is the weirdest
Oh,
typing
okay.
I have
I see
ever
chat.
had.
I'll say hi to people while you're looking for your
Please.
chat.
Yeah.
Hi, Alana and Angie. Hi, Kim in Alaska. You're even further north than me. Hi, Jennifer. I recognize that name. Hi, Teresa. And who else we have? Michelle McCarthy. Hey, Kristen. Good to see you. And Jill Pounds and Dan V. And I think I've got everybody.
Well, hello,
Hey,
everyone. Thanks for
Paula
being here.
Rice.
Yeah, this has been a really weird tech day. I'm just going to warn everybody because I did a live this morning from my front yard harvesting plants, and for some reason it was shut down. And I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but so it's just been kind of a weird tech day. I just want to prepare everyone in case any other. Oh, there's a little ant on my desk. Don't mind the
Uh
creepy crawly.
oh.
um,
One time I was one of the first videos I did with botanical. I call it you call it eco printing. I call it botanicals on the gel
ah,
plate. But the little green worm ended up on my plate, and I freaked out. And it was a video though; it wasn't live. So I called my son, "Come get this worm." So he took it and he threw it outside. But people I get comments on the video. I hope you didn't kill the worm, and I'm like, no, I didn't kill the worm. I just didn't want to touch it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
that's why my stuff's sort of contained in a tray with sides.
Yes, that's why I put mine in that big bowl to
Yeah.
try to contain it.
Oh, there's a
I
little. I see a little. Not an ant, but a little critter. I'm just gonna. That one's not gonna make it outside. Sorry.
freshly
Okay.
picked.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I want to
Nice
be
to
able to.
meet you, Jill. Thank you. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Paula.
So, why don't you introduce yourself to everyone here if you don't mind?
Sure. My name is Yolande. I also go by Devon Rex for art, or Devon, or some people call me Bossy Butt, although that's not true. And I do mixed media, so I do lots of different things. My videos tend to focus on gel printing. I find gel printing for me is maybe one of the easier things to do on video because with the drying time, I can like take a break and look at chat but I do all sorts of things. But most of my videos and lives are involving gel printing. Not all. I have done like suminagashi, cyano printing,
Mm,
just various things. And I mostly do lives. I'll do the occasional video if it's something that I don't think I can work into a live, or if I'm like going to be away, sometimes I'll pre-record a live or something like that.
awesome.
But yeah, that's I also design stencils and stamps for PM Artist Studio, and mm, that's about it.
Awesome. Well, I found you early on in both of our channels because what I found that YouTube did was kind of connect beginner channels to one another. I don't know, the algorithm just kind of synced some of us up.
Mm-hmm.
And I did you start around 2020? When did you start your channel?
Ooh,
Do
I
you
don't
remember?
know. I don't know. I'd have to. I think it was before that.
Okay.
I could just go look at my channel and
Oh
see.
yeah, no, no worries. But like I remember finding you early on when I was just starting my channel and I was thinking that you had just started yours as well. But I have
Mhm.
so enjoyed following your journey because it didn't start fully only gel printing the way I remember it.
No,
And
it did not. Actually, my
but you
first
just
video, I just looked it up, is an Inktober flip through from 2019. So that would have been October
yeah.
2019 was my first video. So yeah, close to 2020. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I started in August of 2020. So I found you early on and then I've loved to watch your journey and really you just diving into gel printing. I know that that's your medium and I love that you're so focused there and then now you do have this collaboration and this line with PM Artist Studios and it's just amazing. It's just so fun to watch I definitely love to watch people flourish and watch people grow, and I love getting to
Thanks.
go along for the ride. And so it just couldn't happen to a nicer person. And
Oh, you're
I
sweet.
I'm just honored to get to be with you today. So I've been pronouncing your name wrong all these years.
That's okay. Most
So
people
please
do.
forgive me. And if you want to get us started, I'm ready when you
Sure.
are.
Okay.
I want to say hi to a couple of people in the chat,
Yes.
and I want people to know my chat is open and I can see you now. It's just a really weird techie day. Hi, Sandra Wells, and hello, Jim and Kim and Jill and Kim and Paula and Bertha and just everyone. Welcome, welcome, Barbara. I'm glad all of y'all are here. Ave's here. Dan V, very nice to see you. Michelle, Kristen, everyone, Teresa Ton. It's so nice to have all of you here. And to everyone in silently watching. Okay, so tell me what to do. Bossy around, bossy pants.
Well, this is an example of what I call a botanical gel print. Someone I once called it a faux botanical, and someone left a comment, why are you calling it faux? You're using botanicals. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess you're right. I guess it's a faux eco print because I think eco print, I think you're boiling things, you know,
Mm,
but I don't know. Um, so basically you use plants on the gel plate to make an impression, and then you pick it up. So that's the basic of it. So I'm going to try to recreate. I haven't done this in a while using like little die cuts
okay.
to
Oh, that's
as
a
part
good
of
idea.
yeah, as part of my little thing. So these aren't real bees in case you thought they were. Um so I'm going to use some die cuts to make some little interest things for the card making purposes. And I was looking for, those the cardboard that it's like thick and then you peel it up and it's like a
Oh, yeah, the
hexagon.
corrugated cardboard. Yeah.
I cannot find mine. I don't know where
Oh,
it went. So I was
bummer.
hoping I'm going to try. I watched the video that I did this because I'm going to try to recreate some parts of it because it's one of my favorite gel prints. And then my last live, I did this print on Braille paper, which I'd never printed on Braille paper before. So
Wow,
that was
that's
interesting.
cool.
It didn't pick up fully, but so that was something. And then also my last live stream, I used jeans, little toddler jeans, and I put the plants in it. And that's where I
Creative.
colorized with the pan pastel. So today
I
I'll use makeup.
I love that. I love that so much. Yeah, I thought the jeans were so cool with the plants coming out. Well, so I'm kind of wanting to do an underwater scene with mine today. I
Yes.
take my backyard plants and create a coral reef, do an
Mm-hmm.
underwater kind of thing.
Yes,
And
I've done that. I love it.
okay, awesome. So just guide me through and I'm ready to jump in. Hey to everyone who's joined while Yolanda was walking us through those. Hi Megan. Hi Rhonda. Hi Jay. Welcome, welcome. Hi Jan. Yeah, we're going to learn today, you guys. Y'all don't always come here and get to learn. Sometimes you just witness calamity and chaos, but we're learning today.
That's well, don't talk too soon. It could be calamity and chaos. Hi,
I'm
Flo.
I'm totally open to it. Yeah, Flo hangs out with me. I'm blessed to have her.
So I'm using the like pre-made bases that do
Okay.
like a 5x7 because I know you like 5x7 bases.
Uh-huh.
And then I figured, do you think like 4.5 by 6.25 works well on
Oh
that
yeah.
size?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know you're a card maker, you do lots of layering and stuff. I'm kind of a lazy card maker, so we'll see. So the first step is you put a finish coat of acrylic paint, typically. You can use other things, but we're gonna use acrylic. And then you put your foliage down or whatever you want. And then you squish it. So to squish it, I recommend using like a thinner paper. So like this is masking painters masking paper from the hardware store. You can use tracing paper or deli paper or medical exam paper or wet strength tissue. This is like a thin, um, like a French English dictionary page. I thought I could try. Because sometimes the first thing that you do, it gives you the negative, and sometimes it looks pretty cool. You can also do your pickup. You can do your imprint on a previous gel plate print. These are not very thin though, so you might not get as detailed. I don't know what you call that, a detailed impression, I suppose. And then this is a magazine that I already had done, I think, transfers using. So sometimes using magazines, when you do the negative, you get really cool graphic things. Like this one's not very graphic because it already has white paint on it and stuff. But you just, if you look at magazines with like a looking for colors and like usually ads, they work kind of good. And you're not trying to do a transfer, you're just using it as like a background. So,
Mhm.
and there's other stuff you can use, but that's just an example of some of the stuff you can use.
So I may have jumped in a little too early, a little too soon. I laid down
That's
my
okay.
thin layer of paint,
Yeah.
and then I laid down some branchy little branches.
Yes.
Um, and w- when you're laying down like this, the
Hmm.
first color that you choose is going to be your most predominant color, or right?
It's
Because
no,
it's going to be your top layer.
it's going to be your top layer, but it's going to just be like an outline.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to remember. I think with these die cuts, I think I put them on before I put my, I can't remember. That's a while ago. I think I put on before my layer of paint.
And I'm
Did I?
guessing that, um,
I can't remember.
well, I just kind of want to say, like, I've got this branch here that's really cool and it would make a cool impression, but you've got to be careful. You don't want to damage your
Right. Nothing
gel
sharp.
plate.
No
Nothing sharp.
thorns. Yeah, no thorns. Actually,
Hmm.
I'm gonna just do that. Yeah, no thorns, nothing sharp. Don't poke your gel plate with things. And you
Yes.
want to have your paint thin enough that you're gonna the plant's gonna pick up some of the paint. Like you don't want to smush it and then just have a bunch of paint left over.
And so once you have, so I have my first layer. I have a little bit of the branches and a little bit. I used green because I wanted that underwater feel.
Yeah.
Um, from here, we want to let it like dry a little bit on the.
Yes. Definitely want to let it dry. Unless you want to do, you can do a quick pickup if you don't want to add more color. So sometimes I might, I can show it with this one. Sometimes I might, and you want to, the reason we want a thin paper is you want to just be able to get in all the little nooks and crannies, right? So what you can do, you can actually pick up your items and if you keep your paper registered, you can actually put it back down and get some of that detail in the same color. Don't fork your gel plate. You got it, Flo.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that looks so pretty. Even
So
the.
I'm watching you on YouTube, so I'm delayed, and I think you're doing the
Yeah,
same thing, right? Because it's hard for me. I can't really see my phone screen.
yeah, yeah. I'm at the chill mode and wait for it to dry mode, and
Yeah,
I'm
see,
watching you.
because mine
But
was
mine's
already
pretty dry.
drying. It's very dry where I live, so that paint dried really fast. But if I want to get some of those details there, I could. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to use my makeup. I'm going to fill that in, and then I'm going to put some clear matte medium, and then pick it up.
Mm. Oh, I always forget that I can use matte medium, a clear matte medium for my pickup. That's right. Because
Yes,
I've always kind of just keep injecting color into it, and you don't necessarily always want to do that.
that's right.
Okay.
And
Well,
some of the foliage left some debris, which
yeah.
happens, that happens. So I'm just using this makeup and just with the makeup applicators. So it's fine. It's not as pigmented as pan pastel. So I don't often do this one step. Well, this is now more than one step, but this, one step pull. It's not really my go-to, but I thought I would just start with that. I didn't really have an outline planned or anything. I just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah, that's what I like. But I
Um,
also learned
mhm.
so much from watching you print, and I always wanna take notes. Uh, and I should, but I don't. Ooh, I
Well,
have a full branch that I wanna get in there. So if I do wanna add layers, I need to, like, I added some orange. Now I need to let that dry.
if you
And
don't want to
once
use
that
that as your pickup, then yes, you need to let it dry.
okay. Let's see. I'm trying to inject more color because a coral reef it's got color to it. And I'm trying to inject different um patterns, different
Hmm.
printed patterns.
Yeah, it's nice to put in like, you can use simple things. You can use foam stamps or you can use like, cardboard, burlap, bubble wrap, doilies. Um, this is actually like one of those needle plastic things. Not needle, but like plastic canvas.
Yes.
So now I put my matte medium on. Now I have to let it dry before I pull it. So I'm going to put this aside, and then my dragonfly is now colorized. I'm put that aside and grab out my other plate. Now, Penny, if you put a piece of white paper under your gel plate, you'll kind
Uh-huh.
of get a better idea of what your colors are doing and stuff.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
If you want. All right, so this one I'm going to do multi-step. So I'm gonna use purple, dioxazine purple, and I tend to use Liquitex a lot, but or Amsterdam, but you can use craft paints. I have a whole tub of craft paints over there that I could use at some point.
I don't know at all what I'm doing. I am just experimenting. But
Well, that's how you learn.
I don't actually know what I'm doing here.
I always get hair in some of my first prints, even though my hair is in a ponytail right now. But
That sounds like my kids the other night. They were like, "Mom, how do you get hair in our food when it's
yes.
every time? Like, how do you consistently do that?" I don't know. I don't know.
So whatever you put down first, like Bitty Petty said, will be in the foreground. So I'm gonna put down my little insects, put down a few of them.
Wait, I think I have clear matte medium. Will this one work? I have Liquitex medium, matte medium.
Yes. Yes, that's what I used. I
Okay,
used this
cool.
Liquitex matte medium. I'll just put those two. Let's put this one on. So I'm trying to keep it simple because we're going to use this for cards. Often I overload the foliage.
And it's okay to keep using the same brayer for the matte medium, the acrylic paints, and everything, right?
As long as it's dry. So like you roll it off and that gets most of the paint off, but then just sort of check it with your hand to make sure that it doesn't still have some of the paint on it.
Oh, okay. And that way you're not smearing new paint and putting it where you don't want it.
Exactly.
Your flowers are so pretty that you chose today.
Those weeds from the empty
Yeah,
lot beside us. Thank you.
love that. Okay, mine's not coming up, so I need to let it dry
Yes, the matte medium, you have to let it dry.
before I put my paper down.
No, you put your paper down and then you let the paper dry. And the matte
Okay.
medium it's kind of like glue and it just kind of sticks to it.
Okay. All right. Patience. Patience. I'll read the chat. Thanks, Flo. She says it was fun to see my front yard before YouTube decided you were undesirable. Yeah, boy, it kicked me to
That's
the curb
crazy.
quickly. I do not know what happened. I was joking with Jill Pounds because she was like, "Hey, Biddy, do you know what happened today? You know that your live was ended?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think they didn't want to see my scissors out in the wild." Um,
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't know
Wow, that's
it happened.
weird.
I'm completely oblivious. I've tried to research it. That's what I ended up doing with my morning, which wasn't the plan, to figure it out. And I have no idea. They just
If
said
you,
no today. That's all
if
I
you get
know.
if you get some pieces that fall off your plant, you can try to just pick them off as best you can. And then
That's
I want
what I did.
that butterfly. I want some of the openings. So I'm just gonna repress in there while it's still kind of wet. I'm gonna leave those on actually. I can zoom in a bit. Let me zoom in a bit more. See if that's better.
And no
So
one's getting any feedback or any echoing, right? Y'all haven't said anything about it. Just want to make sure because y'all are so polite. Sometimes you don't hear.
yes. And is my volume as loud as Penny's? Like I like it when we're equal volume. Let me know if I need to speak up.
Yeah. Let us
Yeah.
know how it all
And
is
I
sounding
use
to you
purple and
guys.
black, but it looks brown because my plate is yellow. When you use alcohol inks on your plate will turn yellow.
Yeah, that's why mine's yellow and mine still has like alcohol stains on it, these green ones.
If you use baby oil and wipe it,
Mhm.
the green should come off. It should just end up yellow.
Okay.
I find and all the colors turn yellow. Oh yeah, I want to leave that. Okay,
They
so
said
now
no
I'm
echoing and the volume is good. Woohoo!
excellent. So I'm going to try this. What I watched this last night. I'm going to try to kind of do the same technique, but it might not work exactly the same because these are monoprints. So on that one, I think I used a pastel green color shift, and I used some PBO blue green iridescent, which this is lovely paint. I love this paint. So I'm going to put a layer of that and keep my die cuts on there to block them because we're going to add different color paint to those. Hi, so much glitter. Good to see
Hey,
you.
Carrie.
And if you're beginning with gel printing, I think the 5x7 plate is the great plate to start with. So see this brayer, even though I rolled it, it's still wet. So I'm going to use a different one, or I could wipe it, but I'm just going to use a different one. So this is just going to give some extra visual texture. And I'm burring off just on some copy paper on the side.
Yes, same.
Okay. So that's going to give me kind of like a sheen because those were all iridescent. And I want to put some textures in there, which is where I wish I had my other cardboard thing.
So when I pulled up the um post now, nope, what is it? What is that card I used? My brain, oh, the
Index.
index card. Woo! My brain was not pulling up the information. Still loading. So, it wasn't great. It wasn't ideal. It did a little bit of it, tiny bits stuck to my gel plate. Not too much. I mean, it wasn't horrendous. I've had some paper that is literally the whole thing just kind of gets stuck. Do you have any
Yeah.
tips?
It's probably because it's coated.
Okay.
I'm guessing. I'm just going to pull some of these little pieces off with my tweezers very carefully. These little um, plant debris pieces, just a few of them. So that's layer 2, I guess. We're to do multiple layers on this one. So that's layer 2 of this one. I'm going to put it aside, let it dry. And then we're going to pull this one. Hopefully the matte medium dried. And then we pulled up our colorized dragonfly. So, I mean, this isn't like earth shattering or anything, but it's okay. And just because it's done, you can still, I could add iridescent paint to this part if I want. Like just because it's not on the plate anymore, doesn't mean you can't work on it still, right? Think of your jelly prints as like a base.
Yeah, because then you could still come in with like colored pencils, gel
Yep.
pens, acrylic pens,
Yeah.
whatever, and build upon it, right?
Yes. If you're using colored pencils, though, you have to have um, sort of a matte surface. So it depends what paint you use.
Mm,
So I just put some baby oil to get this not pan pastel, but the makeup, to get the makeup off. Because you will never remove all the makeup or the pan pastel with your pull. You always have like a ghost.
yes.
So I'm just giving that a little bit of a. And where did my, that's weird. Oh, there. I put my, like, where did the paper go that I had under, but it's under the other one. I'll go get it. Okay, so just wipe it with the baby wipe with the baby oil, or you can use mineral spirits.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
When you're working with color, so right now I'm using a high contrast bold pink. Can
Yes.
you tell a little bit about maybe what order? Because the first gel print I did, I started with a very soft, I started with one of these very pastel blue colors
Mm-hmm.
and then layered the pink on top. And this is what I really didn't come out with great results. So, should you start with high contrast? I mean, what's the
You can
mode
you can
if you're
start you can start with light as long as it's opaque, and then you have to be careful
mm,
what you pull it with. So I would start with this technique. I typically would start with dark.
okay,
However, you could use white and then pick it up with the darker color as long as that white's opaque,
I
right?
see.
Because if it's translucent, it's just going to disappear.
Right. Well, it was matte, so I know it's opaque because it's the folk art matte ones, and I don't know if you've played with those before, but they're pretty opaque. Um, but yeah, I wondered, you know, kind of ideally, if you start with like your highest contrast, your darkest color, and work backwards from there.
Yeah, I don't have rules necessarily.
Okay, that's good. I I usually try to break them when people tell me rules. So
But you have to kind of go each layer as it goes and then go, oh, I did that. Now okay, what can I do that's going to work with that? But with this technique, I do find starting with um, dark works very well. So I'm going to start with I'm going to do the purple black combo again.
so some people in the chat have gel plates. I don't know that everyone has gel plates. I've tried different things because, I've tried like getting the gel print effect with things besides a gel plate in case, because they are a little bit of an investment, right?
Hmm.
Um, but here's the thing, the paint that you use, you just need basic acrylic paint. So the biggest investment is your brayer and your plate, because then from there you can just use copy paper. So you're using inexpensive paper, inexpensive paint, and it goes a long way. And it's one of those things like, even me, though I don't know what I'm doing, I don't have the skill set to understand exactly what's going to happen every time I print. It's just fun. And, once you start, I find that I can't stop. When I start gel printing, I have to get stacks of paper out because I'm probably going to print like 20 prints. Because once you start,
Hmm.
there is so much experimentation, at least, and I feel that even
Yes.
you, even though you've been gel printing for years, you still experiment.
Yes.
It's still a
It's
mystery.
it's endless what you can do, the potential. And I still make
Mhm.
lots of mistakes. I still go, oh, I guess I shouldn't have used that color. Like you just, and that's okay. It's just paper.
Yeah. That's what I try to tell card makers. Like, it's okay. We can just, it doesn't have to be the best card you've ever made. Not everything has to be like your best work or your favorite piece. And it's just paper. Just have
Yeah.
fun. Just have fun.
Oh, one thing that so I learned this from Kathy Arbor. One thing she does is sometimes her paper that she picks up, she'll take her foliage and she'll try to like stamp back on it, but my paint dries so fast, I don't think it's
Mm.
gonna work.
Well,
Yeah,
here
not
in
really.
it's so humid here that it things never dry. I don't have to worry about the drying, only how long it takes to dry. Um, yeah, it's extremely humid here where I'm at. I'm gonna. So what I did is I used a dark magenta or a hot pink. I did one plant down on it. I'm using gel medium to pick it up, and I'm gonna try to put it on this dark olive that I had already printed. I'm gonna see how that goes.
Yes, that's another technique where you use something that already has color to pick up. I, don't- I'm not hearing you. Are you there?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
It's hard because you too, like, when we watch it, it's delayed. So this
Right, right.
is a good example of where you can use the pan pastel to colorize it. So you get the detail from the leaves, and then you can fill that in with the pan pastel. So I'm going to do that, or the makeup. So I'm going to do that in a minute. I'm just going to let that dry fully. And if you want, so here you can see it's a pretty good impression. But if I would went a little bit thicker with the paint, it might have been a bit better. Or some people like using golden. Oh, sorry, I'm not in the right spot. Golden open gives you, I feel like it almost gives you more time. Well, it gives you more time, but it might give you more detail. I'm not sure. I don't have a lot of golden open, so I'm still new at using it. So you can see all the details from the flowers and the leaves. So I'm going to colorize that with some pan pastel before I add more layers.
Mhm. I love it. It's a beautiful print.
So those are my hydrangeas from my front yard.
So lovely.
All right, this is dry. So on this one again, I'm trying to do this technique because I haven't done it in a long time. So you see how it's kind of beaded up there. So that's because I used a fluid paint, like a high flow paint that beaded up. So I'm going to pull off the dyes and we're going to add more paint to that now.
Nice. Yeah, so I think for a lot of people here, um, even if you don't have a lot of stencils to get started, you probably have dyes, I'm guessing. And
Hmm.
that is a great I love that you're showing all the dyes and different ways that they can use them.
And you can use for texture, if you don't have stencils, you can use like placemats from the dollar store. I started out using a lot of placemats.
Mhm.
Go to the dollar store, see what you can find. Like I used a fly swatter, um, packaging. Like it's endless. Okay, so I'm going to use some of this high flow.
So I know it can be maybe a little bit intimidating at first for those that haven't tried it before, but it's forgiving. It definitely is an art form where you walk away going, "Wow, I just made that."
Yeah,
you know, and
and then you go the next day. You go, how did I make that? I don't
yeah,
remember.
you can't recreate it, so you have to appreciate it.
Yeah. Or you have to record it yourself so that even if you don't show it to anybody, so you go, oh, that's how I did it. Okay, yeah.
Right?
So this is just the high flow golden, and it beads up on the plate pretty easily. I'm just gonna get a paintbrush. So Jana just came in,
Hi,
and
Jenna.
Jay Rodriguez.
Hey there. All right. this flower is getting a workout, and you can use, depending on your plant and, you know, maybe different things about it, you can use them over and over. I'm just using the same
Yes,
plant over.
100%, 100%. So I'm just gonna bring that up. See how that's beading on the I like that. I want it to
Mhm.
bead. I'm gonna let that dry before I add another layer, but I'm gonna do the blue on the butterfly first. And it's funny how you kind of go on the path and then you start doing things the same and then you look back, you go, oh, I used to do this and I haven't done that in a long time. So like this print I was showing you is from 2022 that I'm trying to recreate in mini format. Um, and it's still one of my favorites. I do have an
Yeah.
underwater one that I did that's one of my favorites too, but I don't know where it is currently. I think it's in my Alex drawers.
I understand that. I taught my kids jelly printing, and we
Yes.
snowmen one time, and it was so fun. And we kind of did what you're doing. Like we cut out the shapes for
Mm-hmm.
different elements for the snowman, and then gel printed them, and they really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's awesome. I jelly printed with my husband once and we recorded it and I called it Jelly Printing 101. So it's all the basics, including like
Yes,
what a brayer is called. And he kept going, it's a briar. No, it's a brayer. It was quite fun. We had lots of fun.
I made my husband a Father's Day card one time on video, but then I made him do the voiceover. And
Oh, cool.
it was hilarious because he doesn't know what anything is called.
Yes.
So he ended up, when I was ink blending and using my brushes, he's like, "Oh, this must be paper makeup because I see her use those brushes when she's putting on her makeup.
That's
She
funny.
must be using paper makeup." Hey, Jana, my lovely guest today is Devin Rex for Art. That's her YouTube channel, but it's Yolanda. Oh, I call her Yolanda, but it's Yolande. Is that
Yolande.
Yolande? Yolande.
Silent. The E is silent.
The E is silent. Okay.
Mhm. So I'm going
Yolanda.
to let that
Commit it
dry.
to
And
memory.
what's that?
I have to commit it to memory because
Oh,
I'm
it's
calling
hard.
you the wrong name for all
Just
these
call
years,
me Devin. It's easier. It's fine.
right? I know the feeling.
Okay, so I'm gonna add makeup to this one. Or you can use pan pastel, but I'm gonna use makeup just because I always say you can use makeup and then I don't use makeup. So we're gonna use makeup. So I'm gonna use pink and purple. So with the pan pastel or the makeup, whatever you put down first is what's gonna show. So you have to think backwards because really what you put first is gonna be closest to the surface, right? When you pull it. So if I want any shading with purple under those pink flowers, I have to put it in first. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put purple. I'm just going to put little spots of purple.
I can put, sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but I can
No,
put Sumi ink on on my plate, right?
Sumi ink.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it'll beat up a bit, but it's
Okay.
beautiful.
Yeah, okay. I don't have
Sorry,
black acrylic, so.
I feel like I'm not helping you very much
No, you're fine. I'm going to ask questions when they come up. Don't worry.
because I can't see you until it's already passed, right?
Right. No worries. Ooh, yeah.
It's funny. I can hear you braring, but I don't see you braring yet.
Right.
I'm gonna put a bit of purple in these leaves too, just around what do you call those things? The veining?
Oh, yeah.
Now, if I used my pan pastels, it would be a lot more pigmented, but I just wanted to show like basics. And with the makeup and the pan pastel, you don't have to wait for things to dry. They dry right away. It's a dry medium.
Yeah, I really struggle to use my soft pastels in any other way than on my gel plate, to be honest.
Now, when you
Because I like them because the medium, the acrylic or the matte medium locks it into place,
Yes.
and then I don't have
Yeah.
to worry about it.
Because if you use like for I use it on coloring books, coloring pages, but then yeah, you have to spray seal it. And yeah, the acrylic paint underneath, like you said, it locks it in. A little bit might come off, but not much.
Right.
I was gonna say something. Oh, when you say soft pastels, do you mean like pan pastels or do you mean like the
Yes.
sticks?
Well, the 6 too.
So
I
how
mean,
do you I've never been able to use my sticks on the plate because they're so hard. Do you like scrape
I
them first?
I got them a little bit wet one time. I, like, misted them
Oh.
a bit and
Ooh.
put them on that way.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try that. See, new experiment in the making.
I will pretty much throw anything at it. Hey, Sol. Hi, Sonia. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Karen. I said hi to a couple of people in the chat. Do I have a moderator here? I was gonna say y'all could share her channel if you like. Oh, I printed on the line side. Well, whatever. That's fine too. We'll have some line.
All right, now I'm going in with the green and I'm gonna try to blend that into the purple. I could use yellow too, right? Yellow and green make a lighter green.
Mm-hmm.
Now, typically, once you put your makeup or pan pastel down, it's stuck. But the other day when I was doing that jean pocket, accidentally I had red on one side of the applicator. I accidentally got red like right near the butt. So I'm like, no, I can't leave that there. So I just used a little bit of baby oil and the like a baby wipe, and I just kind of did like a spot remover, a little bit of Tide action, and got it off. So it's there unless you like, fix it with some baby oil. So put a bit of yellow on this part because this leaf actually flipped over. So it's kind of like the leaf curve there. And I'm going to put a bit of yellow here. This is kind of nice being a guest because I'm letting you handle chat. I don't. I'm
Everyone's
being
just saying
I'm being a
hello.
rude. I'm just focusing on what I'm doing. I'm not
No,
really.
you're fine. You're
Usually,
fine.
I, usually I try to watch chat more, but
Yes, this I would I mean, would you consider this a mixed media technique?
yes,
Yes,
totally. Kind of
because you can add mixed media, all it means is different mediums.
yes.
So because you can use pastels and paint and alcohol inks, and I'm using like a sumi ink, which is just another ink, right? But
Hmm.
because you can put all those together in one place, it becomes that is mixed media.
And you can use distress oxides and
Mhm.
distress inks on the gel plate. But you don't pick it up with
Yes.
paint, you just pick it up directly. So if you want to know if you have full coverage with the makeup, you just pick it up and you kind of tilt it and you can see, like I can see through it in certain spots. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill those little spots in, looking at an angle. And a little bit of pink over here. Okay.
And
So, mm-hmm.
I wanted to say, even though I don't feel like any of these are really great successes yet, I'm not like oohing and awing over anything yet. What I have is a great background, or I have something that this all can also become collage fodder.
Yes.
So you can just take it and cut it up. You could die cut it, um, add it to other things. So it doesn't have to be like I might not get I'm not going to I have to be at peace that I'm not going to get the kind of results that you're going to get today, but it's still going to be usable. So I think it's great having like you here, like they can see the results of someone who's, oh boy, I'm making a big old mess. Um, who has experience versus someone who doesn't, and know that even if my stuff doesn't turn out like yours, if it doesn't resemble yours, it's still usable. And I think it maybe that will give you guys hopefully more not permission, but like when if you do decide to try this, that you'll be more forgiving with yourself and the results
Yes.
you get.
So I put some white under behind the pink part because I don't want to get it. I don't want it to be muddy because I know pan pastels are fairly opaque. I don't know the makeup is. So I'm just kind of going behind the flowers with this white first. And I'm leaving the dyes on there because we're going to do that same thing that we did, except I don't think I'll use the whatchamacallit, the golden fluid. I'm just going to use I think like an iridescent purple or something like that, just directly. So I'm just putting in some paint colors. I'm just gonna, so this isn't my pickup yet. This is just gonna be another layer. So I could put some textures in here. I got some punchinella here. I can push down. I don't know if I can push it hard enough. Oh yeah, it's working. Punchinella. And I've got some heart-shaped, um, I can't think of words today. This is too early in the morning for me, Penny. This is bubble wrap. So now I'm gonna let that dry. Cuckoo.
Yeah.
All right, so these are dry now. I'm gonna put a bit of, I think I'm just gonna put makeup so that it's dry and then we can do the pull. That's what we'll do. Cuckoo.
Always got my cuckoo clock.
All right, so I'm gonna put yellow on the bee. And I'm sorry if I'm not centered.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not
okay.
used to this vertical streaming business. This
I know
is
it's so weird.
this is a challenge.
I was actually just brayering off on top of my print while it was drying, just so people could see that you do need another piece of paper or surface to brayer off on when
Yes.
printing. So you kind of have to be able to have two your work surface divided by what you're printing, your gel print, and then an area to brayer off on. And because we're in a vertical format, you can't really see that well.
Yes.
Okay, I love this print. It's my favorite one so far. It's very grungy, but you can't tell I had any plants in it, although I did.
It's
So
probably
it is
the
what it
Sumi
is.
ink is probably it probably beads up too much to give you a clear impression. Do you have
Mhm.
like a dark purple or dark blue paint
I
you could
I do. Let me
use?
get that.
Or a dark green?
Now I'm getting Sumi ink everywhere because
Oh dear.
it's like that. It's just like that. I'm just gonna do a little cleanup.
So I'm just filling in my die cut shapes that had the golden fluid. How I think it was high flow. Now I'm worried that when I pick it up, I might get them muddy because I don't know how opaque these things are. So what I could do is I could just paint a bit of white underneath them, just a thin layer. And if you don't have craft paints, I mean, Liquitex is pretty reasonable. Artist Loft, I use Artist Loft a lot. You don't have to
Mm,
go to the golden, like you don't have to go straight to golden.
right.
Liquitex and Artist Loft are perfectly fine, especially for journals. All right, so I'm just going to put a very thin coat of white just to sort of seal in those colors so they don't disappear. The problem when you do multiple layers like this is like you're like, oh, okay, if this doesn't work, I'm pooched.
Yeah, there's an investment.
Hmm. So I'm just doing this to show like what you can do, but you don't have to do this to start. You can just, I'm doing the layers on the plate. You can do layers on the paper.
The thing with that is you've got to be good about lining things back up.
Well, if you put your plate, especially a 5x7, you can buy like an acrylic sign from Staples,
Mm.
and you can, like a sign holder, and you can stick it on there, and then it's almost like a stamp. So you can like
Oh.
turn it over and place it. Like this plate, I don't have on that, but I'll show you the other one in a second. And I never use a heat gun on my gel plates. I know some people do. I'm just too scared. They're pricey enough. I don't want to have to buy a new one because I
Y-
melted mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think they might be flammable too, honestly. I don't know if they would just melt. All right,
Uh,
so I've got just a little bit of white under these. So I'll let that, not to let that dry. I do have this little fan I bought at the dollar store that doesn't put heat out. It just is air. So you can use that to dry things. So I'm gonna put that aside with the dryer pointed at it. How long do you stream for, Penny? I don't.
oh goodness. Well, on Saturdays I don't set a. So during the week I have to like be domestic and get my kids to school and stuff. And so I craft in the morning and I stream usually from like 5:30 to 6:30 a.m. And then on the weekends though, on Saturday is my free day where I reserve the right to go 3 hours if I want to. So we certainly
Wow.
don't have to rush, but we can wrap it up anytime.
Oh, I was just wondering.
We're just
My
completely
limiting
free.
factor is my battery. If I disappear, it's because my battery died.
Yes, no, I understand.
So on the butterflies, I'm going to just use either the Deco Art metallic purple, but I'm tempted to use the Color Shift violet, blue violet flash. I think I'm going to use that.
So I mixed my Jolly Roger ink, which is from Jane Davenport, with acrylic. So at
Oh,
first, I laid down a layer of my ink, and then I laid down acrylic on top of it, and it made a really
interesting.
pretty color, and I like the consistency.
That's cool. Now I have the which one are these? These Legends of the Sea sheen inks.
Yes. Yes,
But
that's
they
what it
are
is.
the Jolly Rogers in there, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They are highly water reactive though. So hopefully the acrylic seals them in, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Yeah, I forgot that that was a quality, and I was crafting with them not that long ago, and I was like, "Oh, whoops." Okay, so I just printed a few backgrounds, and now I'm gonna see if I have not been successful yet in getting really the foliage to pop. So if I printed these backgrounds, which are blue and green,
Mm-hmm.
and now I really want the foliage to pop, what do you suggest?
I wish you had black paint. You
Let
could
me look
combine,
again.
what if you combine like a dark red and a dark green? That would give you almost like a blacky brown, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Color theory, folks, color theory.
Oh my goodness. I have a black.
Yeah, use a black.
Okay. I didn't think I had one, and then it's brand new because the last I have wanted black before and kept going, "Why don't you have a
Mhm.
black?" And I got one. Okay.
Or dark purple
Yes.
or
Okay,
dark,
so
dark blue.
now I have a clean plate. I have black paint. What do I do next?
Okay, so I would put the black paint down, then I would put your leaves on it,
Okay.
and then I would, how fast does thing dry where you are? Do you have time?
A little.
Because you could smush it quick, right? and then take your plants off and put your colored background on it immediately. And that would pick up the outline of the plants.
Okay. Let me try that.
So here I'm just painting the flash color. And now I have to think about what am I going to use as my pickup color. I'm not sure yet. But this is the acrylic plate. So the advantage of having your 5x7 or 8x10 on acrylic plate is you can turn it over and you can look at it.
Yes, I see
Now,
PM Artist Studio do that.
mhm.
And yes, that
So
makes it so much easier to know. It's not so it takes a lot of the guessing out.
yeah. Now this blue I used for part of this is opaque. So technically I could use a dark blue behind there and you should still see the light blue. And then because this is the flash looks quite striking on darker colors, right? And then I'm hoping that I won't obliterate my leaves too much.
It
But I
looks
think I need a little bit more of that um, flash. Good, good, good. Yeah, slap that on.
so we have a question from Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
Devin, what made you pick white for the butterfly versus clear medium since it's already filled with color?
Okay. The butterfly.
Or the dragonflies, maybe.
These ones? I didn't pick white on this one. Maybe are we talking about the other one I have? So the other one, the butterfly, I put white because I already had some color on it and I want to preserve that white. And I think I'm going to be using some dark colors here. So I don't know if you can see how it's got blue. It's got a purple outline. It's got dark blue, sort of dendritic, and then I can't remember what other color I put on there. So I don't want that to disappear. So that's why I put white on the back of it to try to keep that solid. So the color around it here, that's sort of iridescent color. And I've got purple black on the foliage. So I think I'm going to use maybe a dark blue to a light blue ombre. So I just got to let that dry. So those are dry now, so we can do that. We're going to let this dry. I hope that answers your question.
So I got a good pull from
Let me
that
see.
suggestion.
Can you show me
It,
again? Because I was
yeah,
looking away.
it's not like perfect or anything, but at least I can see now all of like the membranes, like all the detail of the leaves.
Yes, there you go.
So that was much better than the results I was getting before. They were just a little too muddy before. Now I have this one, which I am going to, I think, make the base for my card. I'm going to make a Jaws card today because it's the 50th anniversary. You made something with a shark um, that was really cool. And I was like, oh, it just made me think of Jaws.
Oh, that shark man from it was a
Yeah.
collage soup thing.
Oh, man, I loved it. I loved it
Okay,
so much.
so I'm going to do an ombre. I'm going to use the dark, well, it's not dark, cyan, primary cyan, which is transparent, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be the pull layer. And then this aqua green. And I'm hoping you're going to see like the color shifting on top of that when we pull it. So I'm going to do a stripe of that. I have to do this sideways because that's the direction my arm likes to go. Wah! Oh no. Well, we're going to have a mixture because that spilt out over there.
Oh, hot flashes are no fun. My friend Kathy hooked me up with a fan and actually thought about bringing that fan out, Kathy, to help dry my prints.
Yeah. I think I'm past the hot flash time, except at night sometimes I still. So
Mm.
I accidentally got a little bit of that turquoise down here. It just kind of spilt. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to brayer off to get some of that dark blue off, and I'm going to do that, and then we're going to mix them together in the middle. And then you should have your paper ready, but I don't have my paper ready. And you don't want this layer too thick, but you want it thick enough that everything's covered. Now we're doing cards. I don't know what kind of paper I should use, so I'm just going to use my thicker copy paper, and
Yeah.
I'll cut it down. So you have to put your paper on while your paint's wet. The point is the wet paint is what pulls everything onto your paper. So if you have to leave it long enough for all the layers to meld together. Hello, Esther. So now I got to let that dry. And you want to make sure you've got the corners down because they dry the fastest. And sometimes you can use this like a Baron, which is just like a pressy thing, but you can just use your hands. So when you put, I missed what you did. Did you push around the foliage? Like, how did you
I
press your
did.
foliage down? Did you use
With just
paper?
copy paper.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So I'm going to let that dry. And then that's going to be a final pull that hopefully will make this beautiful card. All right.
Ooh, I like this one. It's a little closer to what I was wanting for the coral reef.
Mm-hmm. Can't see it on YouTube yet, but I will see it
It'll
momentarily.
catch up.
Oh, that's cute. And you put your fish or you said you're going to put jaws.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a shark in there. So those are the two I have so far. I'm gonna do a couple more and then I'll transition to this is how I am when I start gel printing though. I just keep going and going and then I want to print more and more. And a lot of it's because I'm still trying to figure things out. But I also just think it's fun. But I love the artistry of like, I think everyone can see like you're taking a completely different approach, a more measured approach, and like you're layering and layering on that gel plate. It's amazing what you can build up.
And then you cross your fingers and you hope it all pulls. I'm
Yeah.
just going to use just the cyan just across the whole thing. I had all these other die cuts ready to go, but I don't know that I'm going to get to them. See, in this brayer, even though I brayered it off, it's still wet. So I'm going to use, it's nice that you have more than one brayer that you can switch back and forth between.
I got paper flying everywhere. All
I
right.
think maybe I'll pick this one up on cardstock.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Might be easier when building a card. My cardstock is super thick though. I think it's just the Michael's Recollections one, but it's really thick. Nice to see everybody in chat. I recognize some of you from coming to Biddy Penny's lives, but I don't recognize that many of you from my channel. So I guess I didn't advertise enough.
Oh, you're totally fine. And you guys definitely go check out her channel. I'll have it linked after the live, and it's Devin Rex for art. And you can learn so much from her.
If you're just trying to find me without a link, you can put in Devon Rex 4 and that finds it better. All lowercase. Here, I'll type that. If you type in, I think it's all lowercase. I don't know if the D might be uppercase. Devon Rex 4. I think that finds my channel pretty easy. Okay, so let's see if that other one's ready. Ouch, that was my knee.
Oh no. I've had bad knees since I was a kid. I feel for anyone with knee problems.
So this is still a little cool feeling, meaning it's still wet. So I'm going to just dry it a little bit more. Thanks, Kristen. Yes, I recognized you and Flo, and Jennifer McKinnon was here earlier.
Okie dokie.
All right, let's pull this one. I think it's ready. So I'm shooting for something like this. That's what I'm shooting for. But monoprinting, you can never really recreate anything. So
What is mono printing?
it means it's like a single print. Like you can't, it's not a reproducible print because
Oh, I
mono
see.
is one.
Hmm.
So that's close to the other one. I'll just show that up close there. So there we
And
have
it's
the,
mono because you haven't pulled off of it. You just keep layering on top of it or whatever. I
well,
mean,
even
it's going to be one finished. What I meant is it's going to be one finished product,
that
kind
you
of,
that you can't
that you've created.
reproduce.
Right, right.
So that's the
Ooh,
details.
wow. Hi, Sharon.
So I'll
Okay.
have to cut that down for my card. So I should have maybe stamped more. So on this one, I think I stamped some darker layers, which would have been nice. But that's okay. That's okay.
It's beautiful. So that's what you're going to use to make your card.
Yes.
Awesome.
And then this other one. This one's probably not dry either. Let me just give it a little. Hi, Zenjen. Good to see you.
Hey, Jen. Hi, Denise. Okay.
I wanted to do one with distress inks. So maybe I'll do that while this is drying.
Yes, I've done those as well. And I love them. Do you find them more limiting though?
I don't, yes, I don't do them very much.
Mhm.
They are, because they stay water soluble. Although you can seal it if you put matte medium on your plate and you stick it down, that will seal it. And then I believe there's like distress glaze and stuff too, right? Okay, where
Yes.
did my little plate go? The one I just pulled. I lost it. Where's my, oh, there it is. Okay, so what I'll do to keep it simple is I'm going to pull it directly onto a print that's already done. Maybe this yellow. That might be too bright. I've got like potion. I can't talk.
Yeah.
And seedless preserves and saltwater
Nice.
taffy. I thought that might make a cool ombre.
Oh yeah.
So you just sort of stamp it on, and I don't think I'm in screen again. Let me just move up here. So I'm just putting
Ooh,
that.
I like this one. Okay.
I can't wait to see it.
I just did black on white, but I just really wanted, to see the leaves. And who said that they liked the ghost printing? Yeah, the ghost printing is fun too because you can actually stamp inside of these and doodle inside of these.
That
You
looks
can take
great.
these ghost prints and do things with them. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to put my plate away because, I need to get into the cards or else I'm going to be way far behind you.
Well,
You keep printing to your heart's delight
I
because
think my
I have
cards are going to be pretty simple.
because you've been making it this whole time. You're making your mono print. Um, and I'm gonna, be layering and fussy cutting and things like that. So
So when you have distress inks on the plate, they look very faint, but they show up more pigmented than they look, and they don't dry, so you don't have to hurry. But if you want to like mix two together, you just kind of lightly go back and forth. You can't even really tell that they're mixing. I'm not sure if I have much saltwater taffy on there. And then here's the villainous potion. So let's just try it. And we'll pick it up on this yellow and we'll see what we get. So I don't have to hurry.
nope.
I want, let's do something that's going to make a nice impression. So these are cute. I'm worried there's not enough saltwater taffy up at the top, so I'm not going to focus at the bottom here. And maybe the leaf. And if you put your leaves vein side down, you tend to get a better, like more detail. I don't know if this is going to work very well. Like I said, I don't use distress inks that often on the gel plate. Let's do that. Okay, now this is basically two pieces. Let me cut it in half. We can do the negative on one side and the positive on the other and just look at the difference. So here is, we'll make this one this will be the negative. It's a bit too small, but we'll get the idea. I don't know if I had enough saltwater taffy on there.
I like printing with inks because I feel like it's less messy and it's faster, but I struggle with like doing very many techniques.
So there's more ink there than you think.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so I could go ahead and like try to put that down in the same spot, but I'm just going to do it on this other piece instead.
One thing I did preemptively is I went through my collage book and marked my pages so I knew where Jaws was and I knew where
Nice.
or I know where my shark is. That's what I should say.
And because this stays wet, you don't have to wait for it to dry. You're just transferring it to the paper. So I'm just making sure I rub the whole paper. And I'm definitely not an expert at the distress inks on the gel plate. But I love that purple with the yellow background.
Yes.
I think I would do just the purple and the seedless preserves on that pink. But look at you just see all that detail. It's pretty cool.
It's really pretty. I've done some with the inks and then um made cards with them before and layered like people, like Tim Holtz people on it and
Mm-hmm.
collaged with them. And yeah, they're really pretty.
Just seeing if there's any ink left on there. Yeah, there's still a little bit left. And you can layer. So I could let's add a little butterfly in purple.
Oh, that would be a
No,
nice
I'm
contrast.
not sure if it'll work because the butterfly might pick up the ink, might not leave enough of it there, but we'll try it. We'll just do that. I'm just going to brayer it just to smooth it out.
So have you yourself tried different methods or tools to kind of get the same effect of gel printing without a gel plate. Have you tried some of the things that people come up with? Like I've tried plastic wrap, I've tried acetate.
I have
Uh,
not. I
yeah.
know people have used silicone mats. I was gonna maybe try that sometime,
Ooh, yeah.
like those baking mats.
Yes, that makes sense. That could work. I just curious because I think it would be kind of cool for some people if they're not sure if they want to start a whole new aspect of their hobby and try this kind of mixed media technique.
Mm-hmm.
If they can try it with some of the things that they already have, and then they
Totally.
make a better decision of yay, this is for me, or nay, I'm moving on. Uh,
Right.
but the cool thing is, you could use your inks if you have inks. You can use the cheap paints. You can use, you don't need expensive paper. And then if you do have like that baking mat, I have one right here beside me. I am tempted to see.
I've seen people do image transfers using the baking mat.
Ah.
There's our little butterfly. We just added him on there.
And then for those who don't know, you can use laser prints. So, like, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure these are probably laser printed, these images that I have. You could print these on your gel plate. I'm not going to because I'm going to collage them onto my card, but you could.
Yes, I do a lot of image transfer. Um, I have a pretty good video about image transfer. It's like my best. If you go to most popular video, you'll see it.
Awesome.
But and then Sharon says there are great recipes to make gel plates online.
Mm.
I have heard of people making their own. That's just, I'm too lazy for that.
We're going to need a bigger boat. Let's see. Where is this going to go and how am I going to make a card with just this stuff on it? I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know.
So I just want to do a little bit with the distress ink. I'll just show how you can seal them. Just quick too. We'll keep this one raw and we'll seal that one. So you just use your matte medium. I tried to wipe off any of the distress ink. I don't know if I got it all or not. So my husband's gonna go with my son. He has a soccer game. He plays
Mm.
men's league. Ooh, there's definitely ink on there still. Look at all the ink. It didn't look like there's any ink on there. Look what came off. Look at that.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm glad I didn't put my paper down. Anyway, so he has like a provincial game. I don't know, whatever. He's got soccer. So my husband's gonna go watch him, and then they're gonna go buy him a new suit because we went to a wedding last weekend,
Uh-huh.
and his suit from high school graduation, which was several years ago now, he was dancing and the pants split right in the butt.
Oh my
It's like an
goodness.
L-shaped split on his butt. So we're like, oh, and he's in business. He wants to get a job in business because he's graduated university. Like, yeah, you're gonna need a new suit.
Right? Oh my goodness. That reminds me, we watched Father of the Bride last night, my hubby and I did.
Oh, okay.
And uh Steve Martin tries on his suit from, their wedding or
Oh, yeah.
college or something, and sure enough, the jacket splits right down the middle when he's doing something. And they're like, yeah, I think you're gonna need a new suit, buddy.
So yeah, so they're gonna go buy a new suit after this game.
Nice.
So what I was thinking is like, oh, I can keep playing all day because they're not gonna be back for a while.
They're gonna be busy.
It's all about the
I
playtime, right?
Yes. I am taking my gel prints that I've done with you today, and I am just chopping them up and kind of creating like coral reef. Um,
I love that
bas-
shark on there. That's perfect.
oh, thanks. Yeah, basically kind of like die cuts almost or whatever. I'm just kind of cutting my own coral reef.
So I'm just sealing in this distress print with matte medium. And then I'll show you the difference between the sealed and the non-sealed in a second. Let's pull that other print. Now, when I used to just do videos, I would just gel print for like hours and then edit it together with what I thought was interesting. But now that I mostly do lives, it's like, well, what you get's what you get. You don't have that much time. But I like that. I think that turned out really well. I'll show you a little closer. So there's the hydrangea with the makeup. And then there's the dragonfly with the um, flash. And then you can see the texture from the first layer of paint that was like that light blue paint.
Nice. Ooh, I love the metallic, the shimmery metallic is just
Mhm.
gorgeous. Oh, that is so nice.
And then you have die cuts that are also colorized now too, right? That you could use. So
Yes.
I could put this guy in his on the leaf here. I could fold them, something like that.
Love that.
All right, I guess I'm gonna make a card now.
Woohoo!
Biddy Penny told me I have to make a card.
Well, you don't have to. You can print to your heart's delight. We none of us here mind that.
That's funny.
We're here for all of it.
All
And
right.
I want to say for all my junk journal friends out there that I have love gel printing and then turning those pages into pages in my journal. You can
Yes,
totally gel print and then turn those gel prints into pages of your journal. You can incorporate the two mediums.
totally. I'm just going to cut this. All right, so now I have to get this to fit on my card base, which is 5 by 7. So I'll have to cut it down. I don't mind if I lose this guy because he kind of was not very good. So I'm going to cut it down to 4.5 by 6.25. So I'm going to start.
Hi, Nima. How are you doing? Hi, Jackie Hunter. Can you mention Devin's channel name again? Yes, it is Devin Rex and the number 4 art. And she was saying that if you type in Devin Rex and the number 4, her channel will pop up. I'm glad you
Otherwise, otherwise you get a lot of channels about cats, about Devon Rex cats.
How did you get that name?
Well, I had a Devon Rex cat, and my boys wanted to start a YouTube channel for Beyblading.
What is that?
And it's like a top, it's like a top that kids used to use. It's basically a top, and you battle, these tops battle in this like plastic arena.
Oh, I
So
think
they
I know what you're
wanted,
talking about. Yeah.
yeah, so they wanted a channel. So I wouldn't let them show their face, but sorry, I have to do 4.5. I said, okay, well, we'll start a channel, but you can't show your faces. So we called it Devon Rex, but that was taken. So then we've called it Devon Rex 4,
Mm.
6.25.
And then at some point she found it. Yay. And when did it come Devin Rex for art? In 2019?
In 2019, yeah.
What do y'all think? I think I filled in. I'm going to also, I think, color on top of these with my acrylic markers and inject more coral reef kind of color to it.
Nice.
But I think I like it. I think it's good.
Okay, I'm going to cut the other one. So, when you put your paper on, often it's not straight. So when you're cutting it, don't just cut based on how the paper is because you want to cut based on your line. And your gel plates will get wonky over time.
Yes.
They don't stay perfectly
Square.
square.
Right.
So I'm trying to maximize there. I think that's pretty good.
It is so lovely. I love your print. And mine is so
Yeah.
wild. And that's just the way it is.
You can find a use for all gel prints.
Well, that's the cool thing is that I
Yes.
am using even the ones that couldn't really tell I had printed plants or it was a little muddy and it wasn't very detailed or anything. I'm just chopping them up and using them as my fodder to
Yeah,
collage with.
they're great for collage. Okay, now I think I'm gonna do that, and then I'll have to cut this side down a smidge.
My son totally knows
I
what
just
I'm
read
talking
that.
about.
I was singing the Beyblade song. I don't remember the theme song. That's funny.
That is
I,
funny.
I, I've only got two card bases here. Let's pull. Maybe we'll do one with the. So here's the one that I sealed the ink with the matte medium, and it did smush it a bit. So maybe that's not the best strategy. Maybe a spray would be
Mm,
better.
mm,
It kind of smushed all that detail away, which is too bad, but that's part of learning. So now we
right.
know, let's not do that. Write it in your book. Don't
Write it
do
down.
that.
Yeah.
But we can reprint on top of this and make like another layer.
Yeah, I like it. Or even sketch on top of it because you kind of have lines to follow and something to kind of follow along with.
Well, let's just do a big purple flower in the middle. This is from my hosta. I'm gonna use acrylic paint.
I am using my Ohuhu acrylic markers right now, which are big
Ooh,
like Poscas, but Ohuhu.
I love saying oohoo. Ooh.
I know, right? I really like these too. They're very opaque. I've gotten some acrylic markers in the past that were too transparent. And these are nice and opaque and juicy. They work really well.
I have the grabby markers. I like them.
Yeah, I've heard those are good too.
Now remember, whatever you put on here is going to be reversed. So if I want this to look like that, I have to turn it over and put it over this way. I don't know if it's going to work that way. There we go. Okay, and then I need something to smush.
I agree. All the pieces are great, Jackie. You can use them all.
There. And put this on this white paint covered magazine paper. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you guys. So glad we're
Represent.
all here.
See, I had so much on, or maybe it's because this isn't absorbing the paint as much because it's the magazine that has paint on it. So
Mm.
it's got more like texture. So I'm going to do another smush, or we could try just with, can do that. Some of the paint's coming off my bubble wrap, but that's okay. Okay, and then we're going to lift that up. Okay, I'll let that dry and we'll see what we get.
You get what you get and you don't throw a fit, right?
That's right. I don't think there's enough paint on here to do anything, but we'll try.
I guess one of my kids, well, it was my son. I guess one of my son's teachers told him that because I had never heard it, but he
Oh,
repeated it when he was in preschool. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, let's borrow that one.
that's funny.
Note to self.
And let's just do a leaf print over this whole thing. And you don't want if you're using distress inks, I do know that you don't really want to stamp over top of where you have another one. You want to use your brayer to spread it. And
Oh,
then you
you
want
mean
to,
the pad itself so that you don't
yeah,
pick up the ink?
you don't want to contaminate it. And
Yeah.
then you have to wipe, that's not going to dry. You have to wipe your brayer. I'm just having lots of fun printing. I guess
Yay.
I'll get to my card eventually.
Yes, no rush. I'm actually just playing with my markers, my acrylic markers, and filling in details and trying to make my coral look more corally.
Coralie. Um, Here, I'm just gonna use this.
Crafters are definitely one group of people who don't mind making up words. I've found
That's right.
we're all good with it.
So I could put that back down on there. That would look cool. But I think I want to add it to this one just for fun.
I am going to fussy cut out a couple of fish. I need a few fish in this situation.
I have lots of ink on this, so I'm just going to put that on there and see if we can get a impression of that leaf.
Do you agree with that
Um,
statement, Sharon? That crafters don't mind making up words? Yeah, we're crafty. We're crafty in so many ways, even with our words.
and then I got to brayer this. Not brayer, I got to clean this brayer, get the ink off. I wonder if, you know what? It could be that I contaminated that time I had the matte medium down and I wanted to seal it and I brayered and it was all purple. It could have been from the brayer, not
Mm.
not the gel plate.
Oh, yeah.
I
That
don't
makes
think I
sense.
wiped it. Yeah. So that's kind of nice and simple. I like the puckering. You get things in gel prints that you can't reproduce,
Yes.
like the puckering and the grunginess.
That's actually, I was just holding up a piece that I've colored up for my coral. And that's why I was holding it up. Like, I couldn't color this
Right.
way without the gel print. Like, it's just so cool, the effects that it gives.
And then that's the hydrangea flower in purple acrylic over the failed, sealed, distress inked print. Try to say that 10 times fast. So it's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, I like it. It's very October to me. A lot of
Mm,
people are for Halloween, you see a lot of yellow and purple. And so it kind of screams October.
yeah, I love those colors. All right, and we still have grunginess on there. We can use another time. And this is a little wah wah. Now that's the distress ink on there. I could just spray it with water and see what happens.
Right? I like it though. As a like a background, it's a
There,
great
so
place to
just
start.
give it a few little drippy drops. Mixed media. Love it.
I know, it's so fun.
So I'm gonna let that dry. So that's something.
Okay. I need a couple of fish, and I think I'm gonna get to glue soon. I think I'm actually gonna make a card today. This is awesome. I wasn't sure there for a while if it was gonna happen or not. It's gonna happen. Woohoo!
Meanwhile, back at the gel plate, I'm still procrastinating.
Let's see in the back of this. I thought there were little fishies. Guess not. Ooh, nice. This has some. This book has some
Oops.
tentacles. I'll take them.
Some what?
Like octopus tentacles.
Tentacles. I thought you said something else. Oh,
Yes, I'll
I'm
take them.
gonna I'm gonna layer this because it's transparent. I'm gonna lay it over that and see what we get.
Okay, and then I need my fishies. Just a couple of little fishies will do. I think I'll put in some purple and yellow. About the same colors you've got. Definitely need some contrast.
Then I was gonna put that on top of something. What was I gonna put it on top of?
In case y'all are wondering where I got my images from today, they came from even more extraordinary things to cut out in collage. So that's where those came
Oh yeah, I
from.
was gonna put it on this. So I'm gonna layer those two together. That's funny, Denise. Angie. I love these
Welcome, Norm.
grasses. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just welcoming Norma. We've been gel printing. I've been making a mess. Devin's been making actual art.
I want to fill that in. I think we're gonna do that. I'm gonna let that dry. Going to. So do you always put like sentiments on the front of your card?
No, I don't. I I like what I found out from I dug really deeply for like a year into collage. And what I
Mm-hmm.
found out from that experience was that I really like to tell a story a lot of times with my imagery. So a lot of times I don't feel like words are needed, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I want to let the image do what the image does. And then the other thing that kind of keeps me from it is a lot of times I'm creating things that could be used for like any occasion. And so
Right.
I kind of hate to pigeonhole myself into a sentiment because if I leave it without one, I can use it for birthday, thinking of you, all the variety of different reasons.
Right.
But if I put a sentiment on it, then I'm kind of locked into it feeling right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the imagery might feel right, but then if I have a sentiment on it, it may not be fitting for the person or the occasion. And it's like, oh, bummer. And I got to keep digging for another card.
And do you sell your cards?
I don't. My mom was talking to me about that the other day. She's like, "Why don't you sell your cards?" I don't know. I've always given them away. But yeah, I just give them away. I When I did craft fairs, I did sell them and they sold really well. Um, but I haven't done a craft sell in years. It's been a few years since I've done a craft fair or anything, but I would like to get back into them. There's this one that I like to participate in that you have to apply for, um, and they have like a panel of judges, and that's kind of cool because it has the same organizer every year, but like it's neat because the different panels pick different people. So I think it gets good attendance because you kind of never know what'll be there or who you'll see.
Oh, okay.
And so I think it kind of keeps it interesting for the patrons of the event. And it's nice because they pick a variety.
Okay.
So they're not going to have like three junk journalers or paper crafters. They're going to have like one, maybe two, but then they'll have like one or two potters and all different kinds of artists, candle makers, just all different kinds. So you get a variety, but nothing's oversaturated. They're very intentional and deliberate about, the experience, I guess. And that makes it interesting for the patrons.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice because you don't get too critical on yourself if you don't get chosen, too, because
Right.
what their objective is. So it's like, oh, well, not this year. Okay, moving on, or whatever. Um, but I'm thinking about doing it this year. It's always in December, 2 weeks or 3 weeks before Christmas, which is also nice too, because people are typically in the shopping mood at that time of year and they're
Right.
looking for gifts and things. How about you? Do you sell your prints? Do you sell your art?
No, no.
What keeps you from selling your art?
Um, laziness and just, I don't always use archival products.
Materials?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't want to sell something that's going to fade.
Yeah.
I could make a print and start selling prints. I
Yeah.
thought about maybe doing like digitals of some of my prints and people can print them out themselves. But
Mhm.
I'm not very techy. I don't really know how to, like, I can scan or take a photo, but I don't know how to get it anywhere or,
Yeah.
where would I
Well,
do
and
that from? And
the only thing about that is then your art is opened up to more thievery. That's the only thing about the digitals, I think, with original art, is that
yeah, but if they're just basic prints that people incorporate into their own.
into their art, yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would, yeah.
All right,
I
I'm
like
going to attempt to stamp on this acrylic print with archival ink.
nice.
We'll see. But I've got my little, well, that's okay. Ah, hate those magnets. They grab each other.
Oh, that's always scary, isn't it?
Yeah. My finger was in between
Don't
them,
pinch me.
thankfully.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's hard to like take them apart, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to glue that. I'm going to pop it up onto this base. I should ink the edges, though. I'm going to ink the edges. My room is a mess. My room is a mess. There's stuff everywhere. Do you
Oh
find
my.
that after you stream?
If I have time, I mean, most of the time during the week, I don't have time because I'm running off to catch the bus and do things. And so I usually have to come in and do it in the evening. I'll come in and clean up.
Mm-hmm.
I've been reorganizing my craft room for the last like month, which has been really nice. And so I am determined to be more tidy.
I usually try to tidy up after every stream or every project
Nice.
because I like
Yes.
well, my tidy sometimes it's just things end up in different piles, right? But yeah, I like to feel like my brain can function and not have just clutter everywhere.
Yes.
Okay, so I just inked the edges. Easy peasy. My words aren't quite straight, but that's okay. And use some dimensionals. I have a friend who sells Stamping Up, so I have a lot of Stamping Up products.
Oh, that's cool, Jill. She just got 2 new shelving units to organize the craft room. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's good.
And then if you put stuff back where it goes, then you can find it again. If stuff's just
Yeah.
out willy-nilly, you're looking for something, you can't find it. Although today I
It could
couldn't
be
find.
really
Sorry, go ahead.
go Oh, I was just gonna say it could be really or disruptive to the creative process because sometimes you're really in the flow and you just need that thing and you need it quick,
Yeah.
and you can't
Mm-hmm.
find it. It throws off the energy.
Yeah. Like today I was looking for that one piece of cardboard and I couldn't find it. And that aggravated me. Now I'm
Well,
notorious for putting things on crooked when I'm doing cards. So I'm going to stand up and try to go straight.
I was gonna say I've invested a lot of time into this, so I hope it turns into something. Invested a lot of time into this, all the pieces of this. So we will see how this goes.
And you sell digitals, right? As in addition to your
Yes.
physical
Mhm.
products. Dee Dee was showing your physical
Katie's so awesome.
kits. Yeah. And I should get some of your digitals. I just don't use a lot of digitals personally.
Yeah. I don't know that they may work well or incorporate into the kinds of things that you do, but a lot of them, I mean, certainly you could. Like you could work
Hmm.
your magic. Um but a lot of them are kind of geared towards like journals or pages, and but also ephemera. So if you use ephemera, then yeah, they would. I've kind of been on hiatus for the last few months because work has just been so demanding.
Okay. Oh, you work
And
full time also?
oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of have to, you know, keep everything together and not get overwhelmed. And when I get overwhelmed, I have to scale something back. And so I've just scaled back that part of myself.
Right.
Um,
And
but
you
I
still don't sell overseas, out of country yet. You don't do international.
No, and I'm glad only because of
Oh,
the chaos
yeah.
right now, and it's just so chaotic and unpredictable and just ridiculous. So I'm glad I don't. Although I may have something in the works to where I can. So um, I'm looking to collaborate with a company that is abroad and see what
Okay.
we can do.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm tempted to add this butterfly over top of the one that I painted. What do you think? Like have it so the wings are up? I could put a couple jewels on there. Uh-oh. I don't hear you. I think you're frozen. Cheryl says she likes it. Uh-oh.
We're good. I'm
Oh,
back.
there. Do you like that if I put this little butterfly back over top of that? Because that it's just kind of meh.
I like it.
If I do that, and then maybe I could put a ribbon across the bottom.
That would be pretty.
Ooh, I'm totally zoomed in now on your screen. I'm gonna have to zoom out. That's weird.
That's weird.
Because I don't look like that on my screen.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that either. It
Hmm.
probably has to do with the fact that I dropped off. that probably messed it up in some way.
It's okay. All right, let me find a ribbon.
You might turn your I don't know if you can turn your camera off and back on. I don't know if that would make it
Oh, that sounds dangerous.
sounds dangerous. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this card is wild and crazy. Okay.
What color?
Edit, edit. Still got to bring in these. Okay, let's just do it. We're going to go for it, y'all. It's going to be what it's going to be.
Ethan's going for it, y'all.
Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Yes, happy birthday, Nima. Happy birthday.
Am I still okay?
You're
I'll do.
still
I'll
super zoomed
zoom
in.
out a bit more and see if that works.
I don't actually, I think it's just frozen.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
maybe people can't hear me. Okay, so how do I get out then?
There should be an
Oh,
eye.
no, it just
It just
moved.
fixed. Okay,
Okay,
just
I
had to
don't know.
stand up. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna put this crazy ribbon across the bottom.
Can y'all handle this card? Is it too crazy? I don't know.
I like it.
Oh, good.
I like the craziness.
Yay.
Usually I don't do sweet. I usually do crazy.
Yeah. Well, I always love your snark. I love the snark that you come up with when you do your snarky cards, your postcards.
A lot of that snark is from Janet M. Young that
The
I
queen,
got from her. Yeah.
the queen of snark.
Yeah. And or like, those snark pack things, right?
Oh yeah. I have some of the Tim ones and I love snark. I don't always it just really works for some people
Mm-hmm.
and
So
not
yeah.
other.
Yeah. I usually, if I do a live stream, the snark, I'll say like it's a snarky party, so you know what you're getting.
Right. That's good.
I find a lot of people like snark. A lot of people that,
I like to laugh. I'm
yeah.
just that person. I want to laugh. I like to laugh. I like comedy and if I'm picking something, I'm either picking a rom-com, a comedy, or a little bit of some drama or something, but I really like to laugh.
Me too. Life's too short to not laugh.
Right? Okay. I sometimes get in my head about not being a typical card maker. I'm really not. I mean, I can.
You're a mixed media card maker.
I am.
I love it.
And but I sometimes get in my head about it. I have to get out of my head about it. I have to embrace
Well,
it, be who I am.
yeah, I think we all get in our heads about stuff.
Yeah.
The self-doubt and the
Imposter
what's that,
syndrome.
imposter syndrome? Yeah.
Yes, it's a real deal. It's it's real.
That's why I always have this sign. I'm going to pull it out in a second after I don't have glue on my hands. Just putting this crazy ribbon on the bottom here. It'll stay. So this is my sign I found at Hobby Lobby. I was down in the States. And that's my disclaimer.
I can't see it yet, but I will.
You will. I'm
I
just gonna
can't
hold it.
wait.
So that's my card, and then I put BRB on the back.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's like when you show up here for a Bitty Penny Live. You have no idea what I'm doing, and I don't either. So, welcome. Glad you're here.
Okay, I'm gonna put something down on top of that to weigh it down. I need something heavy. I'll put to the side. I'll find some jewels for that butterfly. Look at me getting all card makery, putting jewels on the
Woohoo!
jewels.
Dragging out embellishments and everything.
Yeah, got the ribbon out.
Ribbon. I love it.
All right, so jewels. Go to my bling drawer. Let's see. Ooh, I've got something I've never used before. I may put on this card.
Ooh, cool.
Yes. Okay. I was gonna let that dry a bit before I double whip it. Not sure if I'll use that, but we'll see. Okay, we have a few prints to pull here. So we have this one. So this has multiple layers, and I can't even tell you what the layers are anymore. So that turned out kind of cool. Grungy.
I love watching prints be pulled. Ooh, I love it. Oh, that is really cool.
And then we have another one somewhere. We have this one. So I added the flowers back in because it felt it was too plain.
Bye, South Park. Very. But plain is not a bad thing.
No, but it was too plain. So I added some
Oh, it's
pink
pretty.
flowers back.
Really pretty.
And I think there was one more thing to pull. Was there? No. That would be 2 plates. I just bring in 2 plates. Here's that thing that's drying. It's like a drying mess. That would be very Halloween journal-y. We could we could do an overprint on it. That would be cool in purple or something. And
Ooh, that's so pretty. Because you sprayed
mhm,
water
yeah,
to
on the distress.
reactivate the distress ink. I really like it.
I'm gonna just do another print on that while we're waiting for that glue to dry. What should we do? Haven't used these yet. Have I? I don't think so. Do that.
All right.
I seem to be in purple mode today. And just again, if you want things to go where you want them, you have to put them on backwards. So this has to go over here and this has to go over here like that. If I want to put them in their spots.
Nice.
I'm thinking I can't get away from the purple. Maybe we do black. Let's just do black. And this is I was using Liquitex before. This is just the Deco Art black.
All right. I get to mat this now and put it on a card base.
And
Cheryl
then
says she makes all kinds of cards. Um, she says, I sort of feel like, oh, wait, where did it go? I make all sorts of cards, boring and normal and other, right? Well, that's the cool thing about it. When you're working with a small canvas, you can explore all of the styles and all of the things. I would get bored with this hobby if everything had to be same. The
Yeah.
fact that I can constantly change things up and pivot is what keeps me coming back for more and keeps me interested.
Yeah, and I've got so many things I want to try and want to do. Like I do coloring pages, I do drawing. I mean, I don't do any of those on screen, but on my own time. So when you
Mhm.
you can layer up your negatives.
Cheryl says her style is ADHD. Same, same. Hi, Grandma Gay. You just got your card. You're welcome, sweet friend. Thank you for my card. The Happy Mail is going out a few cards at a time. I'm so glad it's arriving. Um, so glad you liked it. Pretty pink flower. Yeah. I can't, I usually don't go back and watch, I'd never go back and watch my own videos, honestly, but I will probably come back to watch all the things that you did today and try to learn, um, because I, I know I can learn from the things that you did here today.
Um, I often watch back.
Oh, you
To
do?
see- Yeah, just to see like what chat I missed. And then to see like if my sound was okay.
Mm.
Um,
It's funny. I still cringe to. I can't. I'm too cringy for myself.
oh yeah,
Just like my voice, I'm one of those people where like it's hard to hear your own voice, that kind of thing. Um, hey guys, if y'all see like, I don't know if y'all been seeing.
I can't hear you. I think she froze. She'll probably be right back. I'm gonna glue some bling on this. Frozen, yes. Am I frozen too, or is it just Biddy Penny that's frozen? Biddy froze, yeah. She'll be back. I love her Jaws card. It is so fun. I have this
Here we go.
old bling. Oh, there you are. We lost you.
Uh-huh. I'm back. Okay. Oh my goodness. Um, but yeah, I was explaining like, I don't know if y'all heard me, but I was explaining that there seems to be some kind of ad thing that's taking over the chat sometimes, and that's not a setting. That's not anything I've done. Seems to be kind of a forced thing. Just want to explain that to y'all. Man, I wasn't sure that this card would turn out or that I would like it, but I do like it.
I love it. I was just saying when you disappeared, how much I love your card.
Oh, thank you. I was not sure. Do you feel that way when you're working? Like a lot of times things
Yes,
have to go through like an ugly stage and you just don't know that it's going to actually all come together. You have to trust the process.
definitely. Okay, I need your opinion.
Okay.
I already glued down this bling.
Mhm.
I have these little wooden bees. that are
Ooh.
sticky. And I thought, originally I thought I could like intersperse them, but they just look too bulky. But I thought maybe one on either side of this ribbon.
Mm. Can you
Or is
take
it
them
too
off
much? Yes.
and let me see what it looks like without them?
And my
Oh, I
card
like them. I like them on the branches.
on the branches.
Uh-huh. Like crawling up the branch. I saw you put one on a branch and I was like, "Ooh, that's cool." 'Cause they're about the right size to look like they're kinda crawling up the branch of the Yeah, I like them mixed in like that.
Like just two, and then that's the third bee. So there's three
Yeah.
bees, and then there's this
Yeah.
sun, and then I got to put these jewels on this pop-up butterfly.
Yeah, I like it.
And then I could put a sentiment on the ribbon, but um, I don't know.
But you don't have to. Cards don't have to be don't have to have sentiments.
It just feels like the ribbon has no purpose.
It's grounding.
Okay. I'll have to flatten this card out. It's all, I use glue instead of like glue strips, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, do you think I should put a sentiment on mine?
I
I'm
don't know.
thinking one could go right in the middle there, and it might be kinda cool if it wasn't too big, but it could kinda just go Hmm,
What would the sentiment be?
that's a good question.
What are the
I'll
options? What are the
I'll have to
sentiment
go through my
options?
books because 'cause I'm just gonna put a strip. So let me go through my sticker books and see. Uh, Snarky might be fun.
Yes, definitely snarky.
Let's do snarky.
Or like
So
something like you think you had a bad week or
right? Oh, the colors came together. Um, both of the cards that we're making are so like bright and vivid, and I just love it.
uh,
Angie asked, Biddy, I'm
mhm.
curious what occasion this is for. And yeah,
Yeah,
Esther, I was thinking black
exactly.
sentiment too.
You're
Um,
thinking what?
Esther had said a black sentiment, and I was thinking, yeah, black would be kind of cool too. Um, so
Oh, the
that's
color
fun.
black.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, these are so funny. Do you want me to read some aloud?
Yes.
Some days I rely heavily on coffee and my ability to ignore reality. Nothing says I mean business like using a shopping cart at a liquor store. Oh, no, nothing well, I won't say that one, but, I didn't see anyone today, so I'm wearing this again tomorrow. Oh my goodness. From a procrastination standpoint, today has been widely successful.
I think that's a good one for that page, actually.
Oh, really? Let's see. I think this one's good. "You smell like drama and a headache. Please get away from me." Because all these fish are just kinda wide-eyed, and they're like, I don't know."
Yeah.
Ah, that just cracks me up. I like a sympathy card. I don't know, a sympathy card for a burial at sea, Cheryl. Oh, goodness. I mean, birthday. You've got this.
Sorry, I'm just heat gunning. I just sprayed the back of my card to flatten it a bit.
I wish my life had background music so I could understand what the heck is going on. I think I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna use that one. Oh my goodness, it is the perfect width of I could not have planned that any better. It goes all the way perfectly across my card. I mean, I could trim it, but that seems so meant like it's meant to be. I'm gonna go with it.
I like it. Oh, I forgot to ink the edges of this one or put a mat under it.
Oh,
Do you
that's
think,
okay.
do
You
you
don't
think
have
I
to do
need
that.
another bee there? Think I need another bee?
I like it like that.
Yeah? Okay.
I do.
I could ink.
I mean, I like the additional bee too. Either way, I like it. I like it without it. I like it with it.
This feels like they're.
Hello. Crafting and relaxing. Hello, hello.
Bye, Jackie.
Bye, Jackie. Thanks for hanging out with us. And Kim thought the sentiment should be we need a bigger boat. Yeah. Yeah. I could always put that on the inside. We need a bigger boat. Could always go in here. Let's see. I picked this tall grass today and it is made itself out of the bowl and is just kind of strewn across my craft room floor. This is going to be an interesting live to clean up after.
Yes.
Oh, Angie, I like that one. Dunham. Donna. Uh, let's see. I was looking for, speaking of things not being put back where they go, I'm looking for my alphabet stamp and it was not where it was supposed to be. I mean, I have plenty to choose from, but I wanted that one. So, what do you think? I want to hear from people in the chat. Are you going to try gel printing? Have you tried it before? Do you have the supplies and then never pull them out because you weren't sure what to do? That happens to all of us at one point or another. But, like, how are you feeling? Are you going to try it? I'd love to know. I haven't gel printed in quite a while, so I'm so glad you came today.
Well,
Um,
thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. It has been quite fun, and uh,
I wish I had like, the setups where people have like their camera and they could see what's going on when it's going on. It's hard
yeah,
when you're watching the lag.
yeah. Also, I wanted to let you guys know I was over on a home shopping network website the other day because Beth, Happy Place Crafting, had shown something, and I've never shopped for craft supplies there. Um, but they have some gel kits. I think they're Vicky Bouton, I'm not sure, but they come with the gel plate, the paint. They come with everything you need. They come with stencils, and they're in bundles. They are priced for what one plate would cost you on its own, like on Amazon
Wow.
thing. And you could get the whole kit and try it. So I wanted to let y'all know that. Just in case, just to enable you a little bit more. Just a little more. I'm just going to put we need a bigger boat. It's not a direct quote, but it'll work. Definitely feel that way sometimes with teenagers. We're going to need a bigger boat.
Oh yeah. How old are your kids?
Um 12 and 15.
Mm-hmm. Boys and girls or
Uh-huh.
boy and girl? Yeah.
Yep. I got a mixture.
I have two boys and they were a joy, still are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine are too. I
I'm
have to
just
say.
I'm putting more bling on here.
Woohoo! Once you start, it's hard to stop. I really love both of your cards. You made two. I made one.
Well, mine are simple. Like I don't have a lot of layer. Well, I mean, I guess I have a layer in the
You
print.
do. Yeah. I would say yours was more like um planned and maybe intentional because you could foresee like how um building your scene as you went with your gel printing.
And really, because I haven't done that in a while, I wanted to, I don't know, just kind of go back to something I enjoyed doing.
Well, it came out with um amazing results. Yes, Angie, my kids will be out at the end of May.
Oh,
I don't
what? Like,
She asked when my kids will be out of school next year.
oh, okay. When do they go? Are they back now already?
Yes. They go back so early. They always go back like on my birthday. Nobody
Uh-huh.
asked me my opinion, but
Yeah, that's too early. August is too early.
yeah, they were back August 12th this year.
August 12th?
Yeah,
Oh, that doesn't happen here. That would be like half of our summer. Well,
right?
a quarter of our summer. Our summer really is only, nice weather-wise where I live, like July and August. May and June are not that warm usually.
So, how long have you lived in northern Canada?
My whole life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was born in
So cool.
Edmonton.
Okay.
Yeah. And my husband's from Ontario. And I went to school out in Ontario. And when we moved here, I said, just, you can just try it for a year. And we got married. Just try it for a year. If you don't like it, we can move back. And yeah,
That was it.
that was it.
Wow. I have moved a lot in my adulthood. Ever since, leaving my parents' home. I can't even tell you how many times I've moved. Even my husband and I, the first like 7 years we were married, I think we moved like 12 times or something.
Wow.
And now we've been very planted since we've had kids,
Hmm.
but I have just such the urge just and I'm, to move because I think it's just because it's what I got used to.
Right.
I'm gonna have to put boat over here because my alphas are so big.
Do you have a stamp of a boat?
Ooh, I have a ship. I don't think I have a boat though.
So Norma's from Southern
But
Ontario. Cool.
I do. I'm sure I have an image of a boat from my collage. So let me look at that. Good idea.
Collaboration.
Mhm.
All
Are
right.
you
So I
all
got,
done?
I'm done my two cards. I could make a third with
Oh
what
no,
I've
that's
got.
um awesome. Let me find a boat real quick.
Okay. I'll just show my other prints. So these are my
Yes, we love
cards.
yes, we
So,
love to see them. Show us your prints.
so this is the one card. I like this bee, how that bee turned out. Not sure if you guys can see that. And then if you shimmer, you do get like, you shake it, you see the different shimmery paint that I use, which is fun. And then this one here, I popped it up. And again, just this part has the shimmer paint, just the dragonflies. And then the flowers and the leaves have the makeup. Instead of pan pastel, I broke out my makeup from the drugstore. I added a couple jewels, so the glue still has to dry, so it's not clear. And then that's a layered print. Would be good for Halloween. And then these are done in the interim. Here's another layered print. So you get lots of additional prints when you're printing with weeds and flowers.
Yes. Absolutely.
I think that's all my prints there. And like this, you could doodle in it. That would be cool.
Oh yeah.
I need a acrylic marker though. You don't want to use your good markers on acrylic paint.
You don't want to use what kind of markers on acrylic paint?
Like your good markers, you want to use acrylic
Oh.
markers. Because if you use
What
like a Sharpie on acrylic paint, it'll kill it. It'll kill your Sharpie.
Oh, wow, good to know. So if we have people watching who this is their first foray into gel printing and they're really like mesmerized and interested, what would be your advice for
My
them?
advice? Oh,
Mhm.
I would say start with a 5x7 plate, like this size we're using. It's not so overwhelming. Start with the 4-inch brayer, like that. And then start with craft paints is fine to start with craft paints or whatever paints, whatever acrylic paints you have. And then you can look at, if you don't have stencils and stamps, well, I wouldn't use my rubber stamps too much on the gel plate. You can, but you have to clean them right away. But you can use foam stamps, but you can find objects from packaging to make impressions. Just don't use anything sharp. You can use, oh gosh, stuff from the dollar store. When I started, if you look at some of my earlier gel printing videos, I was using like placemats and toys and just, all sorts of stuff from the dollar store.
Yeah, and the plastic placemats are really great.
Hmm.
Because you can just use them over and over again. And you can use lace and fabric, right?
Doilies, fabric, yeah.
Yeah,
Like I used those jeans on that one from this past week.
I did it. I found a boat
She did it.
and a little person trying to get away. What a fun session I've had with you. Now, one thing that we really haven't talked about, but I want to touch upon before we go here is that you design stencils
Yes.
At
And
PM Artist
stamps.
Studio and stamps. Do you
Mhm.
mind telling us a little bit about that?
Like how I started or like what do you want to know?
Well, just like I guess what they're like what they're for and how you use them and
Sure.
uh,
So the stencils are made with um Yuko. Let me just grab one out. So the stencils are made with 70, let's say 74 pound. Yeah, 74-pound Yupo. So it's like a plastic. So it's not thick like the what do you call those? The
my is
Mylar or
Mylar?
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they work great on the gel plate, but you can use them just for regular stenciling as well. So this is hippy dippy. Oh, this isn't, I have a 5x7. This isn't a 5x7. So a lot of their stencils are either 5x7, 8x10, or 9x12. And then they'll have like ATC ones as well. And they are based out of Texas.
Mhm.
So I send them my designs and then they basically cut them to order. So when you order the stencil, then they cut it and ship it to you. And then I have different stamps. So I have some chair stamps. I
I
have
love
some
the chair stamps.
I have some phones, a dragon eye, some ladies. I like the sketchy math ones. They're kind of fun. There's one coming out in September that I'm really excited about, but I won't see it. I have to order my products to show them. So I won't have them for a while. And then my
Mm.
ladies. So those are my stamps, and these are foam stamps, and you can use them like you use any foam stamps. So like Art Foamies has foam stamps. They're just like that.
Mhm.
So if you use them with acrylic paint, you just have to wash the acrylic paint off right away. Um, so yeah, so I've been designing with them for, oh gosh, I think it's over a year now. Um, yeah.
That's that's awesome. PM Artist Studios is also, you guys, another wonderful gel printing resource. You must check
Yes.
out their channel too. Not only do they have this fantastic shop, but it is another place that you can go and learn and really delve into this art form.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she cut out. So Patricia is the mom and Mariah is the
Supporting a small
daughter.
family business.
Sorry, you cut out there. And Patricia is she does most of the gel printing and she's very knowledgeable. She's been an art
Hmm.
teacher. So, I mean, I've not trained, I'm not like a trained artist. I just kind of learn as I go. So here's another, I like this. This one turned out okay. I could glue these little dragonflies that got colorized. I could glue them onto here.
Yes, I like the doodling you did in the middle.
Thanks.
So cool.
Cheryl says they are great and they have great artists. Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
one of the designers. They design stencils and stamps as well, like Brad especially. And then they have lots of quite a few designers that design things for them. And they're
Carrie, the
very
craft.
easygoing, like in terms of like working with them. It's very chill. It's very easy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, they're really good people. Um, Very entertaining. The whole mother-daughter dynamic really cracks me up with those 2 because I have a similar one with my mom.
Oh yeah.
So, that is always entertaining. Well, Yolande, thank you so much for spending your morning here with us. Thank you to
Thank
all of
you.
you for coming, and I hope that you all walked away either just entertained, inspired, connected, feeling like you belong here in this community because you do, or, distracted if you need to be distracted, whatever you needed from today's live. I hope you got it. But most of all, I hope you enjoyed getting to meet maybe Yolande at Devon Rex for Art for the first time. Maybe you got your first introduction to this art form, which is really dynamic. And you can see just from what she has on her screen, just the amazing beauty that you can create with a few simple supplies, really. Um,
Hmm.
and, you know, thanks for letting me make my mess alongside of you.
My pleasure. Sorry,
And
with the lag, I couldn't really give you a lot of real-time feedback or help, and I didn't really pay attention to chat.
oh,
At my
you're
channel,
fine.
when I'm doing my lives, I pay a lot more attention to chat. I was more busy chatting with Biddy Penny than I was with chat. So I apologize for that. I'm usually more interactive. I
No
try to be.
worries. Yeah, no, you're great in your chat. I'm usually behind, but I've been trying to keep up. So thank you all for being here. Hi, Christina. I haven't gotten to say hi to you yet. But thank you so much. I had so much fun. I just love everything you made. I'm so
Thanks.
inspired. I'm going to go back and watch and see how you made those. And then
Me
I'm going to
too, because
spend more time on your channel.
I don't know either.
I started watching the one with the blue jeans. I want to go back and watch that one. Um, if you don't mind showing that one, if you have it handy still
Um,
again.
yeah.
Um, you know, so tell us a little bit about your schedule, if you don't mind, for your channel too, before we.
Oh, I live stream every Wednesday around 3 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
And I have the occasional video that goes up, but it's pretty occasional.
So cool. So you have
Yeah.
a video showing that from was that your last
Yes.
live
This
that you
was
did?
my yes, my last live stream was this.
Okay. So it'll be
And I
easy to find.
yes, yes, very easy.
Denise says it was good company, and Cheryl says we're used to being neglected here. Yeah, I can't always keep up with the chat. I I get. I don't know if you're similar, but I just can kind of get caught up in the process sometimes, and then my chat keeps going, and I get behind.
Yeah, I try to watch when I'm gel printing, I try to watch chat fairly regular.
Yeah, I
Um,
found it to be easier doing
mhm.
this than the kind of art that I normally do because you have that
Yes.
dry time and you
Yes,
don't
and
have
even
that.
when you're brayering, you can just look. You don't have to be looking
Yes,
at what you're brayering. It's a good medium for chatting, I think.
it is. It is.
That's what I tend to do on my channel or my lives. Um, Also because like I feel like there's other things that I do that um I mean, I'm not an expert at anything, but I feel like I'm just goofing around most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't really do like tutorials. I just kind of like, you know,
Experiment.
experiment and you know how it goes.
Yeah, it all feels like experimentation to me. Um, but you do show techniques, and um, there's a lot of learning that I glean from watching you. I have no
Well,
idea what
thank
I'm
you.
doing.
I find your
Well,
channel highly inspiring, Biddy. I wish I was up earlier.
oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
Because
I
I'm an
know.
hour like ahead of you.
Hmm.
Yeah. So when you're
So
up early,
so
yeah,
right
right.
now it's 12:44 for me. Is it 11:44 for you?
Yes.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no. So if I start at 5:30 in the morning, that's 4:30 for you. That's
Yes.
early.
It's early. I can't even see chat that early in like my eyes don't work
Won't
that
work.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for all your time. Thank you everyone
My
for hanging
pleasure.
out with us. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great weekend, and I'll see all of you guys on Monday. Bye everyone.
Bye-bye.